Recently, I went to the Red Army watch store in Singapore and saw some absolutely amazing watches. Microbrand watches, mainstream brand watches, and I had an amazing time. But one watch that really stood out to me that ended up having to come home with me was this store exclusive SG60. A watch that is limited to only 388 watches, is only available in the store, and it is celebrating the National 60th Anniversary National Day of Singapore. And another thing that was sort of celebrating Asian culture is this museum, the Sanctuary of Truth in Pattaya in Thailand. So I thought I might bring along this SG60 with me to review, to wear, and then take you along on my journey at this location. Hello, you're watching James. My name's James, you're watching me, and I'm talking about watches. So the SG60 is a limited edition. There are only 388 of them available. They come on this magnetic white strap, but there's also a black strap that comes with it. And it is celebrating the 60th National Day of Timeless Style, according to the website. Effectively, it is something that is just celebrating the Singaporean lifestyle after they gained their independence, and they have wanting to share with you something that is a little bit special and something a little bit fun. And I think it suits the Red Army store as well, because it is a little bit fun and special, but it is something a little bit different. It's also affordable, which is quite nice. It comes in this nice sort of hard packet with the two magnetic straps. I've already moved it across to the black strap because I actually prefer the look of it on that. But as you can probably sort of tell, the red structure of the watch and the white strap fits in with the Singaporean flag and fits in with that sort of theme of this watch. And if you are interested in one of these, just check out their website. I will leave a link in the description of this video. But you'll see that it is well, it's an interesting, fun design, isn't it? And it's something that is something a little bit different, but it is made out of this anodized red aluminium structure. It has a custom quartz module in there. It's one of those ones where you do have to press the button on the right hand side to activate it, and then continue to hit the button to cycle through the different sort of time features that the watch has. But it is nice and light when you're sort of holding it. It's super comfortable when you're wearing it on this rubber strap. It is really cool looking. It sort of has that black and red aesthetics to it. It almost sort of feels like it's almost not on your wrist because of just how comfortable that strap is, but also because of how light the watch is as well. Now, when I was looking around this sort of museum, I thought it's almost in a bit of a stark contrast to this watch, because this museum, although it looks sort of more like a big temple or something, but apparently it is more of a museum. It has been hand carved by artisans there in Thailand. It is completely made of timber. It's the world's largest wooden structure, or wooden castle, they sort of describe it as. People have been carving things for it since 1981, which is rather amazing. But they wanted to really celebrate the Asian sort of traditions, and you'll see when you walk around that place that there are things from Thailand, from Vietnam, from Cambodia, from China. So I thought it was quite nice to bring something that is celebrating an Asian anniversary through to a location that is celebrating Asian culture. And it was quite a sort of a distinct sort of change between the sort of traditional methods of the wooden structure and this futuristic, almost sci-fi style watch too. Now, as I mentioned, they are a quartz push button type thing. I will show you that a little bit later, but I'll give you a bit of an idea of the dimensions of this watch, because it is 40 millimeters wide with a lug to lug of just over 41 millimeters. It does have a sort of sloping sort of style there, so the highest point is 17 millimeters, and when you look on the back of there, you'll see that they are also individually numbered out of that 388 individual models. So as you sort of hit the button once, you will get your time, and on this occasion I just want to show you this is what it finishes off with, which is a Singaporean term apparently. So they are just celebrating Singapore, which is nice to see. And it was really nice because I was able to pick this one up whilst I was in Singapore, since you can only get it in Singapore as well. And guys, I'm not sure if you've subscribed to my channel or not. I try not to ask too often, but it just makes a huge difference to my channel if you choose to do so. So I'd certainly appreciate it if you would. And I certainly hope that you're enjoying this video as well. Something a little bit different. You see I'm wearing a hard hat. They made you wear a hard hat when you're inside this place because it is still under construction. They have no idea when it's going to be finished, but there's scaffolding everywhere, there's guys up on the roof, there's people carving everywhere. You can just see how intricate it is. There's just carvings on every single column, every single wall. But let's get back to the watch. You can see you can cycle through. There's the date, there's a temperature, there's obviously the main day, there's a counter, there's a stopwatch, and I think there's an alarm too. And again, when you just wait just before it turns off, it gives you that Singaporean specific saying. Another good thing about wearing this one on this day was that it was a little bit sweaty out and about. It was relatively cool inside this building, but I still was getting a little bit of a sweat up. So good to have something that's on wrist that can handle that. No leather strap on this particular one. There was all sorts of different statues everywhere, all made out of timber, like Ganesha and Vishnu and all sorts of things. There was a thing for Confucianism there as well. It was a nice blend of sort of styles and traditions. And I think this sort of watch is a little bit of a blend of styles and traditions as well. You'll see it has almost sort of a smartwatchy type strap with a magnetic sort of attachment there. It does feel nice and firm once it has attached, so I certainly felt very comfortable with it being on my wrist all day. It certainly dealt with the heat very well, certainly dealt with the sweat okay. You can see on the underside of that strap as well, there are quick release spring bars, so you can go back and forth between the white and the black strap. You can see it's actually quite easy to put on wrist. You just got to feed it through that little hole, drag it up, and then just snap with the magnetic. Being magnetic, of course, I'm being very careful with it against my other watches. You don't want to get a strong magnet near your mechanical or automatic watches, so it's being kept separately from the others just to make sure. But it is nice to have something a little bit different. It was certainly nice to come out and see this place as well, because it was, I'm not sure if you can see the scale of it, but this thing is huge, absolutely massive, and all the details, every little part of it just had detailed carvings, detailed etchings, detailed statues. I think I'm going to cycle through, or no, I'm going to show you that little sort of turning it off again, just so you can see that it has that little saying there, which I think is pretty cool. So you get the white and the black strap. The white is the original one. It sort of fits in with the Singaporean flag, but I think black and the red looks quite good together, especially with the other parts of the actual structure of the watch as well, also being black. Yeah, it was quite impressive, this place. If you ever happen to be in Pattaya in Thailand, it's definitely worth a visit. I think it's one of the #1 attractions in this location, which is not surprising. There was a bit more there as well. It wasn't just this thing. There was sort of a little place where you could go out on a little boat. There was elephant rides. There was some art places. There was a restaurant. Definitely worth a bit of a look. Not too far out of the main part of Pattaya either, and you can even walk back if you want to walk along the streets nearby. But it's located right on the ocean too, so you've got some nice views of the ocean whilst you're there. The structure of this watch is this anodized red sort of aluminium. Feels really nice in hand, has a really nice sort of vibrant look to it as well. Well, yeah, quite a nice choice there. Still wearing my hard hat because I'm inside this place. Just want to show you the strap a little bit more, because it has these sort of ribs on it. I guess they're sort of magnetic ribbed. Certainly nice and comfortable when it's on wrist, and certainly feels very strong as well. It sort of feels like it locks onto itself and really holds onto itself. You can see the whole style of the watch is this sort of black and red, which is why I think that the black strap does really suit it quite well. We've got the buttons on either side. The one on the right is the one that activates the time and then cycles through all the features. The other one is then to do the mode and just change the settings of it, or change the date, or change the alarm, etc. like that. Guys, thank you so much for coming along with me today, checking out this very cool watch from Red Army Watches, but also seeing something a little bit different. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like me to do more of these things as I go along. I like enjoying this traveling with watches, and well, I do have a few other videos you might want to watch next. Thanks very much.